Good evening and welcome to SwiftSole TV. It's week 2 of Supreme Full Winter 2021, and we're going to be going through the drop list. And yet again, Supreme have blessed us with a load of bricks. However, there is a item that I do believe will have some resale, one that will probably sell out the most, and I don't mind it, to be fair. I know someone already in the comments has said that they don't like them, or they don't like the items at all dropping this week, and I can guess why. Usually by now, we would have seen a collaboration on week 1 or week 2. If you think back to last season, I believe week 1 were BOGOs, week 2, even the break, but week 2 was the Nike collab with the puffer jackets, etc. And so far, we're not seeing the most hyped of collabs yet, or the hyped of items from the lookbook. However, we've still got some stuff to go through, still got some stuff to go on to. Now, don't forget, just before we do, don't forget to basically go and follow SwiftSole over on Twitter, and I'm sure soon there are going to be some little hints and some little teasers about V3 coming out very soon. Oh, and just to apologise, a couple of days ago I got my second COVID jab, and I'm not feeling the greatest at the minute, but don't worry, we shall persevere. But if I sound like I'm an idiot, it might be because of that. Anyway, Mr. Producer, if you can put up the phone on my screen and we can have a look. How did you guys do last week, by the way? Did you get the Rick Rubin tee? Obviously, I'm wearing that. I got the Rubin tee, the glasses, and I think that was it. I was going for the dog bone, but I don't even have a dog. Makes no sense. I've got cats. Like, there was no point in me going for the dog bone. I was trying to be a hype beast by the looks of it. Anyway, so we're going to be looking at exactly what's coming up this week. So, first and foremost are the Carrera goggles. Now, goggles usually have a bit of a following, so some people actually usually like the goggles. However, if you noticed, these ones are more like a letterbox style with no kind of, I guess, nose piece there or nose cutout. So I don't think they're going to be as hyped. And for what the retail is, I don't think you should go for it. Like, $30 on top, it's a 10% return on investment, great, but that's a lot of money to put behind something like that, so I wouldn't touch it. And again, Fabio, no. Make sure you always go for restocks. The Hanes sets, t-shirts, boxers, socks are generally going to drop each week. So do not worry. Need the Robocop. Yeah, to be fair, they'll look quite cool on, say, like a quad bike or a dirt bike or something like that. But for $300, you can keep them. Thank you so much. Backpacks and bags usually go for a bit more. Last week, it was really interesting because a lot of the bags actually did sell out. Whether or not they're doing well, which they're not doing too well, but whether they'll do well over time, who knows? But it was interesting to see that a load of the bags did sell out. So going down, all of the hats, we've got like the Script logo beanie. We've got this. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting. Look at this. So what they said was, not only are we going to stick some studs on something, we're going to mash it with velvet as well. That is proper pimp. But I can't see anyone wearing that, to be honest. I really can't. Then they said we're going to give you a fur vest, a gilet, with a hood. So if you're cold, but your arms are a bit hot, this is something to wear. If it's raining, but your arms don't need to be covered, great piece for you. To be honest, if you remember like the Wolves jacket, and also, what was the one with the theatre, which was a smiling face and the sad face, the masks from the theatre. Both of those that were fur or faux fur in the past fleeces are doing very, very well. So I'm really surprised that he didn't come out with, again, another full sleeve, hooded or non-hooded sort of jacket, because we would have seen some cool stuff. You like the contrast? Someone says like the contrast hoodie. Nice. I think this is probably the item of the week, and this is the trucker denim jackets. I actually, where's my jacket's over there. I wear a black denim jacket quite a lot because they go with a lot of pieces like combats and stuff like that. I actually really like the black one with the subtle NY on the denim there. Would I buy it? I don't really think so. It's not really for me. For $270, it's not the worst of prices. And I do think the branding is actually quite nice on that. I do think they haven't gone overboard, which I like. It's not all over the top like the rest of the items that you're going to see in a second. But I think this is the item that's probably going to go out of stock quickly, and the one that's got the most resale for this week. You then have the track jackets. Now, some people are liking these. Some people are calling that a Gucci colorway. I don't know. I think that's a bit far-fetched, that back one there. It's not bad. It's very old school. They've got the trousers or the pants to match. But, you know, I don't think it's something to mainly go for. Maybe a multi-cart might be a good idea if you want to risk it. But here in the UK, it's not going to go for much. Here we got some other pants that go with another hoodie that's coming out. If you have a look, what they're trying to emulate there are the pinstripes that you get on baseball outfits. So baseball jerseys, baseball pants, for actually when players are playing on the field. So it's quite a cool concept, but I think they've just overdone it with all the spray paint and stuff like that. I just think there's a lot going on there. It's very, very busy. Again, the pants don't usually do very well, so that's going for retail. You then have the regular jeans that Supreme are coming out with that matches the trucker jacket. Jeans actually do pretty well with Supreme because of the way that they're actually, cut. They're quite a straight leg, but generally speaking, they do pretty well. So if you can get those two as a set, might be a good idea in a small or an XL. That's probably what I would potentially go for. Oh, I've lost it. Apologies. Skipping this week. Fair enough. The contrast hoodie. We're going to look at the contrast hoodie in a second. Here are the track jackets for the first track pants for the first track jackets that I've shown you that's on this collab. Not really for me, I'm going to be honest. It really reminds me of like 80s sort of ski fit. Now, last week we did see the Air Force Ones restock, only the white and the black colorway on the Friday at 11 a.m. UK time and then, 11 a.m. local time, depending on where you were. So make sure you are ready on Friday with tasks, because it does look like they're going to keep on continuing to restock the Air Force Ones. I think they did it all the way down to a US 7.5. So something to be aware of and something to keep an eye on, because that's probably going to be happening each and every week. I don't know why it keeps on chucking me out there. I think that's me. Then we got trucks, wheels, blah, blah, blah. Contrast hoodie. Some people are liking this. Personally, for me, it's any of the ones without the red hood. I really like the natural colorway. I like the fact that at the front, there's no branding whatsoever. Again, the purple is usually the F&F color, and the black is just pretty clean. If you're going to wear this, say, under a jacket or something like that, I think this is a pretty cool item. I really do. I think this is a nice personal item. If they would have done that in some other colors, say a grey, then I probably would have gone from it without the red contrast hood, I'm saying. But I do like the natural. I may go for the natural personally for me. Don't know yet, but I do believe there'll be some resale on that. So I think the two items for this week is the trucker denim jacket and the contrast hoodie, because I do think they're a very clean branding. They haven't overdone it. Again, this is what I was talking about. It's very busy. It's a bit too busy for me. It's something that I would personally skip. It's probably going to go for retail. Then there's a clown tee. Someone quite rightly said in the comments that they're clowning us with these collabs. Do you know what? Can we open this, please? Can we do this? Sorry. Okay, it's not going to work, is it? There we go. I mean, that's not nice. They could have made this a lot nicer. They really, really could have. Like, I don't like the fact that they're using like a sequin type thing. But yeah, we'll drop that out for this week. Mountain hockey jerseys are always pretty expensive. Any hockey jerseys are, sorry. I do actually quite like the print on this if you do like a hockey jersey. But again, it's not going to go for any resale. So that would be a personal item only in my eyes. Then the Yankees airbrushed short sleeve top. Again, like I said, it's just too busy. There's not many people that are going to be wanting to go with that. It's not wearable. I'd drop it. So again, my two items have to be the natural hoodie and also the denim trucker jacket. If you want to go for the pants as well, then go for it, of course. So what we'll look at is how we set up a task. Let's see what you guys are saying. We're ready for some joke drops. Natural color is fire. If you run for natural color, do a slot for me. All right, Fabio. So remember that when we are running for these items and when we're looking at the profile, it's only one. So we can only get one per profile, and each profile needs to be unique. What we mean by that is your name, your email, your phone number, your card details, and your address all have to be unique. So this is where you've got to be creative. Either A, start getting all your different cards that you've got, putting them into a profile and changing your address around just a bit so that Supreme doesn't detect it's from the same place, but the postman will still post it to you. Or B, start talking to friends and family and use their address instead. Now, what we do is go for quantity of one. Now, when it comes to sizing of Supreme, generally speaking, your small and extra large and also extra, extra large, those three are the most for resale. So they're the ones where you're going to get most of a return back from. Now, the thing is, when it comes to double XL, you won't always find that Supreme drop that size. So that's risky if you're going for double XL. I would be going for small, then extra large, then large, and lastly medium. Medium is always the easiest one to hit. It's the last one to sell out. Has the lowest resale, and sometimes it has no resale at all. Luckily for me, that's my personal size, so it's easier for me to hit. So I'm going to put in medium because I'm going to actually go for this. Now, colorway. Colors are never ever guaranteed until after the drop. This could be called, for instance, natural, or maybe Supreme change it up and call it cream. SwiftSole are basically checking the back end of the website, checking what the images say, and hopefully it is natural. But what will happen is it will be updated and colors will be updated for the US drop, because EU comes first, then US afterwards. So don't worry, if there is any color changes, Supreme will stop that on their end. If you want to make sure you at least get one and you don't mind which color, go for random. I'm going to take the gamble and I'll go for natural. Profile, obviously these are all my different profiles in my groups here, so I'd pick whatever profile I want. Then we've got captcha harvester. So 2 different ways of doing captcha if you're on the premium membership. Don't forget, premium is just less than $5 a month. And with that, not only do you get the option of using an auto solve software, but you also get the option for multi-cart, compact mode, etc. And I'll show you that in a second. Now, there are 2 different ways of harvesting what we call captchas. Captchas is an anti-bot, or are an anti-bot system, basically come from Google as well as the shop itself. And what it's trying to do is determine whether or not you're a robot. And the way it does that is by checking your back-end score, shall we say, your trust score. This is what's known as a captcha score. If your score is high, then it won't give you any captchas. If your score is low, then you are going to get captcha. Supreme this season has added H captcha or human captcha. These are actually harder. You don't necessarily get 1 clicks. I think minimum you'll get is 3 clicks and stuff like that, but it's harder to see. It's like airplanes, trains. It takes you through 3 different windows, etc. Now, the way in which that you're going to hopefully have more of a chance to bypass captcha is by either logging in via a Gmail on SwiftSole, because through that Gmail, you watch this live stream, of course, you watch my YouTube, and not only that, you go shopping on Google, you check your emails, all of that stuff. So Google can kind of say to the website, no, don't worry, this is a human, because this human does activity. Now, there's also a software where you can put in loads of Gmails that generates that activity for you and puts those 1 clicks directly into SwiftSole. And that software is called AYCD. And that's what you're going to see right at the bottom there, which is automation you can't detect. Now, that software is from a third party, and you will have to pay around $20 a month in order to use that service. If you go down below in the description, you will find a guide on how to set that up. This week may be an idea, if you wanted to try it, ready for, say, BOGOs, might be a good idea to do it, because if you miss out on, say, a denim jacket, or if you miss out on a contrast hoodie, it's not the biggest of deals. You're not going to be losing that much of profit. So it'd be an idea to kind of test that now. Now, generally speaking, because you're going for HCAP, you may need to invest in the AI solution from AYCD. But go onto their website. All their details, again, are in the guide below, and you can check it all out. We do have an affiliate link where you can get a slight discount on that. You don't have to use that, but again, you must be premium, and this is really good if you're going for, say, more than 5 items and you need loads of 1 clicks. But do go down in the description below to check that. I'm going to put in Captcha Harvester just to show you what it will look like on SwiftSole if you are not using AYCD. Then we go for task flow. So you've got mobile site and desktop site. Again, sometimes the mobile site will go down. Sometimes the desktop site will go down and payment process will go down. So this is a way in order to change that, where you can go for some mobile tasks, you can go for some desktop tasks. Just diversify the task list that you've got. Then you've got drop mode and restock mode. Always start on drop mode, and then around 20 minutes to 30 minutes into the drop, if you've not hit yet, stop, go on to restock mode. Now, it is highly likely that you will not check out upon drop time. The reason why is because Supreme drip feeds stock. It doesn't just load like thousands of t-shirts on the website for everyone to check out. It drip feeds it over around an hour. So if you get decline checkout or checkout failed or something like that, that is normal. You might even get that, and I get that, going manually. So just bear in mind that can be a load of different things. It can be anti-bot and it's detected the bot. It can be your profile. It can be that you were too fast. It can just be high traffic on the Supreme end. It can be their payment processor, or it can be they just didn't want to let you through for now. But keep on going. Most people hit on restocks. If you go and check out the checkout channel in the SwiftSole Discord, remember down below you can join it, you will see loads of checkouts happening all of the time over around 2 to 3 hours. Because again, they drip feed their stock. Now, don't use PayPal checkout for now. That was just in response to something that was going on, but leave that for now. So I'll go drop mode. I'm going to do mobile site. And start time, I always do manual. Remember, always start 1 minute before the drop. All right? So I save my task. Task is created. And if I go onto my list, it's there. I'm going to add in one more thing. Don't do what I'm about to do, though, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm going to add in that denim trucker jacket. We'll just keep it as random. Mobile site. There we go. Cool. So these are my 2 tasks. You'll see I've actually got here's compact mode. It means that they're really small in regards to the grid on my task list. It's easy for me to see. You'll only get that if you go premium. Otherwise, it's a bigger grid. You're going to have to scroll through and it's a bit harder to look, but it's still doable. Now, what I can also do when I have premium is multi-cart. So this will be a good week for that. Let's say you want to save $5 on shipping. What you can do is get SwiftSole to add multiple items to one cart. Now, we don't recommend you doing that for hyped items. I wouldn't recommend you doing that, there we are, for these 2 items this week, because these are the ones with the most resale value. And the thing is with that is if one of them goes out of stock, your whole cart will be lost near enough, because Supreme won't just check out the one that's in stock. It will just stop the checkout process altogether. So what I can do, I'm never able to do this first time, by the way. Let's try and do it. Yes, first time. Never done that before. So what I've done now, if you have a look, I've put them both in one cart. So SwiftSole will go to one of them, put it in a cart, second item, put it in the cart, and then try and check out. Now, it's good to do that on brick weeks or on small flips or something where you want to save some postage, say on 4 items even or something like that. So when I'm ready, what I then do is I click Add Gmail in the middle there. So I'll only click that if I'm using Captcha Harvester, not AYCD. Because remember what I said, if you have a Gmail attached to it, you're more likely to get a one-click. So add that Gmail. Once I've done that, I'll add Captcha Harvester. And when it's going through its process, SwiftSole will make a sound and it will bring captchas into that window and you can quickly solve them basically to go through checkout flow. So again, 1 minute before, I press plus, start all. Now, of course, right now, SwiftSole is not going to pick it up because it's waiting for the item. It's not dropped yet. But tomorrow, it'd add that one to cart, then it'd go down and add this one to cart. Then any captchas would appear down here, bish, bash, bosh, and hopefully, ping, checkout, we've got it. All right? Simple as that. Don't touch the delays in the settings, and here are your settings here. I'd leave custom delays. Compact mode is what I was talking about with those little, those grids there. Webhook, if you want SwiftSole to send you successful checkouts via a webhook onto your Discord server, this is where you set it up. Again, down below in the description, you can find a guide to all of that. And not only that, but we've given you a reminder on where you can find the guides, how you can join Discord, how you can open a ticket for support. And last but not least, as I said, don't forget to be following us on Twitter because there is going to be some teases in regards to V3 in the coming hours. It's very simple as that. Nice. Right, what are we saying? What about regular app? What do you mean, what about regular app? What about it, Mr. HH? What's the resale? Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. What's the resale for denim jacket? Missed the first few minutes of the live. Go back and have a look. No, I'm joking. So if I go onto the task list, I can show you what the resale is likely to be based on previous drops of the denim jackets. You look at around $270 retail, $325 resale. So about 20%, something like that, return on investment. Simple as that. Ready to hit 0.9 Gmail, locked and loaded. Nice, Doctor. Remember, Doctor, though, with HCaptcha, sometimes those scores don't actually matter anymore. The setting for the regular app, who doesn't have Premiere. But which setting, HH? So the only settings that I was talking about is AYCD and compact mode and multi-cart. If you don't have them, don't use multi-cart. Leave that. Then all you will see differently in regards to what it looks like is this. So it's just bigger grids. And you're always going to have your harvester open because you don't have the option to use AYCD. And that's it. It's the exact same settings. Okay, exact same settings. Cool. So again, I don't think it's going to be the most hyped of weeks. I do expect the jackets to sell out and I do expect the contrast hoodies to sell out. But I think you've got some time. Colorways, I think the blue one's going to go first, then the black one. I think the natural black and purple colorways of the contrast hoodie will go. However, I think the red hood one people might like because of the Supreme branding, and that is like the box logo color. I honestly do. I've got low capital. Do you think Jeans reliable? I think if you look historically at Jeans and Supreme when they're collabs, they do well. However, if you've got low capital, I'd go for the jacket over the jeans. 100%. I don't think you're going to get that much of a return on the jeans. But again, this also depends on the region that you're in. I think there's more hype in the US compared to the EU because we're just not really baseball fans. Like, we do like the Yankees logo and stuff. We use it on hats. But I can't really see many EU bods walking around with the New York Yankees on their jeans. Maybe on a jacket, but not on their jeans. I just can't see it. No problem, HH. No problem at all. Cool. All right. I think we're near enough there. So remember, join the Discord. Make sure that you're in there just before drop time if needed. Don't leave it to last minute to set up. Like, start setting up now. And if you've got any questions, we have a whole bunch of a support team inside of that Discord to help you out whenever you need it. All right. And then I'll be in there as well. Yeah. There we go, Vinyl. I don't know if you're from the EU or not, but I'm guessing you're from the EU. So if you are, because you've mentioned that, then I'd go for the jacket potentially. Anyway, listen, guys. Good luck for tomorrow. Let me know what happens. Let me know if you hit. Hopefully, when I'm back next week, we've got a big collab. I'm waiting for these box logos, but I think they come in December. But I think this season, Supreme are bringing some good stuff out of the bag. So, good luck tomorrow, and I shall see you next week.